Hello learners, welcome to E-Shiksha Bytes. Today we are going to study about the usage of comma, and we know that comma is used with the following. When we talk about the series of elements, we talk about the adjective pairs, interrupters, introductory information, quotes, compound and complex sentences, and there are certain miscellaneous uses also that we are going to study in this session. So the first is when we talk about the series. Series means when there is a combination of like three or more words or phrases. In that case, we use comma with the conjunction before the last item. So example is if you are saying gray, blue or brown. So gray, comma, blue, comma, and this is your conjunction. That is your coordinating conjunction. So before this we are putting comma and then brown. Okay. Same way if we say bananas, apples and grapes are in the basket. So again comma, comma, and this is a series, and before your conjunction we are putting comma. So this is you have to put when you're talking about a series, you have to put comma. Next is when you talk about the adjective pairs. So if your adjectives are like reverse and still make a sense, you have to put comma in that. Like a dark, simple suit is correct. Why? Because if you reverse it, if you write a simple dark suit, the quality of the suit will remain the same. So here we have to put comma. But if you say a dark business suit, if you reverse these two adjectives, if you say a business dark suit, it doesn't make any sense. So in this we don't use any comma. Let's see another example. If we say she wore a soft blue dress, if you reverse these two and we write she wore a blue soft dress, both are defining the dress, and therefore we can put comma. We have to put comma in these adjective pairs. So be careful while using the commas with the adjective pairs. If you reverse the adjectives and it still make a sense, then put comma, and it doesn't make any sense, then don't put any comma, or it change the meaning of the entire sentence, then don't put comma. Now when we have interrupters in the sentences, we put commas with this. Let's see. My brother Richard attended the launch. Now my brother, this is an additional information. So this is your interrupter. So we have to put comma in pair. We cannot use comma before the Richard. No. My brother Richard attended the party. So how you will identify this is an interrupter or essential information? So you just the words which are in the between the commas, if they make doesn't like if you remove these words and still the sentence make a sense, it means they are interrupters and they should be set off with comma. If I remove this word, my brother attended the launch, is okay, doesn't make like it's not going to change any information the sentences. This is an additional information that your brother's name is Richard and we have to put commas in that. So you have to be very cautious that you have to like commas around the interrupters are used in pairs. You cannot remove it. Now the next example for this is NASA, the space agency. Again, if you remove this, still sentence makes a sense. NASA has promised free space shuttle launches. NASA, this is an additional information about it. So NASA, and then you have to put comma, set of commas here. So around the interrupters you have to put commas. Now we have when we write a sentence and we give an introductory information, before that also we put comma. Like words and phrases are sometimes written to introduce the main sentence. Put comma after introductory information. Let's see example. Before long, this is your entire sentence. The room was empty. and this is your introductory information. So after this introductory information, we have to put comma. Okay. Next example. Although they weren't finished, the student left. This is the main clause, the main sentence. So before this is the introductory information, so you have to put comma after it. So next usage is when you use a direct quotes, we have to put comma again. See, again you have to understand where we have to use it in the sentence and where we have to remove it and we don't have to use it. Now see, the sentence, the committee stated, here we are putting comma after this. Then this is a direct quote. Our recommendation is to widen a market in its report. So this is a direct quotation. We are putting comma here. And one more thing that you have to keep in mind is that all the punctuations remains like within the quotes, not after the quote. Now, when you don't have to put comma is when it is the quotation is your integral part of a sentence. It is not a statement. So the committee suggested that we should widen the market. So again, quotation mark, the sentence is closes here. The punctuation remains within the quotation mark. So here we don't put any comma. So no comma is used when the quotation is an integral part of a sentence. But a comma is used when it is a separate quote in a sentence. Like the committee stated, comma, our recommendation is to widen a market. Again a comma, quotation mark close in this report. Next is we use commas in compound and complex sentences. So first rule says use comma and a coordinator to fuse two complete sentences into a compound sentence. Now let's see. There are no perfect insulators. This is one sentence. All insulators have leakage current. This is a second sentence. And for is your conjunction. So before this we put comma. Okay, so fusing two sentences with the help of a coordinator, we put comma before it. What are common coordinators? Or you can say the coordinating conjunctions are, just remember the trick of the Fen boys. S stands for, A for N for not, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. So this you can remember that these are the coordinating conjunctions and these are used to fuse the two complete sentences or independent sentences. And before these two independent like when you're fusing two independent clauses, you have to put the coordinating conjunctions, and before coordinating conjunctions you have to put comma. Now let's study the rule 2. Use comma after a dependent clause that introduces the main clause in a complex. Now this is your main sentence, and when you are using the dependent one in the beginning, so you have to put comma, but you have to very careful that if the dependent sentence comes after the main clause, you don't have to put comma, no comma in that, because all insulators have leakage current, comma, there are no perfect insulators different. Okay, now the next is there are no perfect insulators. So now this is your independent, so it is coming after the main clause, so here we don't put any comma. Now there are certain miscellaneous uses also. When we talk about the dates, we use commas in the mid, like he was hired on August 15, 1985 in a Seattle. I read the March 1997 issue on Friday, May 5, 1987. See, when we talk about the digits, they are in continuation. To segregate, to like separate the date from a year, we put comma in that. Now certain addresses also. Miami, Florida is the home of the Dolphins. The address is 4217 Lincoln Drive, comma, then Minneapolis, comma, and Minnesota 545. So in addresses also you put comma. And the last, but it's very important, when we close the letters, you use in the complementary clause, you use yours truly, sincerely, we put comma in that. I hope you like the slides and the sessions. Thank you for watching.